out there in YouTube land watching. John and Ellie of Georgia Beer Reviews back at you today with another edition of Stout Sunday. And joining me, we have Michael Kormeroff from Brooklyn, New York.
Hello.
Hello, hello. And Robert the Whiskey Scout from the great state of Kansas. How y'all doing?
Pretty good.
It's always good to be
here. All right,
so
yeah, happy Stout Sunday. Let's see. We've already got some people chatting it up here in the comments. We got Drewski Brewski. We got Jeremy Vincent. Thanks, guys, for joining us this morning. All right, we'll start with Robert. What stout do you have this morning?
I have a Free State Oatmeal Stout. I cannot get this camera figured out just yet. It's a little different than I'm used to. I keep drifting off. Anyway, it's made in Lawrence, Kansas. It was, I think you said 6.1% alcohol by volume and 41 or 42 IBUs. This bottle is slightly out of date. It's enjoyed by 7/13/19, but it's partly is my fault. I kept it in the fridge for the last month and a half, so it was well within date when I bought it. I just slow about getting around to it.
Okay.
So,
all right, Michael, what about you? What are you drinking?
I have, again, I'm going to have to get this camera presented. First, let's see. This is, I'm going the wrong way. Okay. It's called Bosun Chocolate Stout. This is a Trader Joe's brand, and it's 5.4%. And this is one of their, it's not their top end item that they sell, but it's a middle brand, and it's available in all Trader Joe's stores nationwide. And I've had lots of these beers, and I try to evaluate them individually. Some are excellent, some are in the mid-range, and some are getting just about any beer line that you check out. So I'll be interested to try this one. It's a stout brewed with cocoa powder, is how they describe it on the bottom.
All right, interesting. Makes me think of Samuel Smith's organic chocolate stout when you say cocoa powder, because to me that organic chocolate stout tastes like it's got Nesquik in it or something.
Yeah, it does.
All right, so March, April, June. So I've got the Dragon's Milk Stout, the original. This was bottled 2 months ago, so relatively fresh, 11% alcohol. I've had it many times. I know I've reviewed it on my channel, but I don't think I've ever done it on a Stout Sunday, so should be good for today with this one. All right, let's go ahead and pour them up if you haven't already and get into these things. Let's see if anybody
already. Not much ahead on mine, but little one.
Very nice. Yeah, I think mine's going to be the same, 11%. Yeah. You pour it aggressively, you get a little bit of a head, but it ain't.
Sometimes these regular ones, 5% or a little bit more, can have bigger heads, but I guess that varies according to the individual manufacturer, the brewer, how it comes out.
All right. Robert, we'll let you lead off there with your oatmeal stout.
I just get dark grain, the dark barley right now, the dark barley malts in it. It's got an almost, and I know this is a visual descriptor or a feeling descriptor, it's almost a softer nose on it. There's a softness there. And that's a weird thing to say, but it's not very aggressive in the nose. I'm not going to say it's lighter, it's there, but it's just subtle.
Uh-huh.
Other than the dark barley, I'm not really getting an awful lot. But I just poured it, so it's probably might take a minute. But I've never had this one before, so this is something new.
Have you had anything else from Free State, from the brewer?
Yeah, they have a Hefeweizen, which I like Hefeweizens, and I liked it. I'm not going to say it was an outstanding beer, but it was good. It was drinkable. I mean, for a local brewery from Lawrence, Kansas, they do a really good job, I think.
This is my first I've ever heard of it, and there are a lot of breweries like that in the country.
Oh, yeah. We got one in Wichita. We're going to have I'm deviating really big here. But we got one called Aeroplanes Brewery. It's in Wichita itself. We're going to have a geologist get together for all the people for the Kansas Geological Society I belong to. And it'll be down there. Yeah, it's like middle of August. And I've already had one of their beers I thought I've had on here before. And they actually put it in cans, and it's pretty good stuff. Guys, I'm struggling to get much of anything other than the dark malts and maybe a little chocolate now.
Okay.
There's no coffee that I'm getting in this at all.
Well, since it's just the three of us, why don't you go ahead and taste it and go through it a little bit more, and then we'll go to Michael after that.
Oh, now that's what it's missing on the nose. It's making up for in the palate. And you do get the oatmeal. The oatmeal comes through on this one. And it sounds weird, but the oats, like in whiskey, bring a soft character to what you're drinking. It's not so much, sometimes you can get a little bit of the flavoring. This case I am. Sometimes in whiskeys, I know this is deviating, but you don't, but you can almost feel it there by the softness and what's giving you. Wheat does the same thing. But yeah, there's just dark malts, a little bit of chocolate's coming through on this, and it's not in your face. It's just a real subtle. But the oats is coming through pretty good on this. And it's a little watery, though. That's something that I'm getting that I don't normally get with the stout.
So the oats don't really provide. A lot of times when you add oats to a beer, it almost gives it like a creamy mouthfeel. You're not getting that.
No, this is watery by nature. Maybe it's due to being out of date. The flavors are not bad. There's no weird, strange flavors going on here at all. I mean, it's delivering what you expect from a stout. But it's not it's really watery. It's almost like a light stout. I mean, that's the best way to describe it. I mean, you get a light beer and they're kind of a little watery. This is a stout, kind of the same way.
Oh, I was about to text you there, Johnny boy.
Alex, do you have a stout this morning?
No, but you said there was just 4 years. I just figured fill up a spot for you.
Oh, okay.
Morning, Alex.
Well, good morning. What I need to do is go shopping, get a couple stouts, so I can have a Stout Sunday with all my YouTube friends, which is with John and everybody. So I need to do. It'll be much easier for me.
Go ahead and go on to Michael, John, and I'll give it a score. Like I need to think about this a little bit.
All right.
And sip on it some more.
Absolutely. So we will go to Michael Komaroff.
As you can see there, the head is down to just the thinnest possible, kind of very small beige head, and it's diminished. It was even a little bit, it's almost no head. The nose is interesting because I guess in your head you think cocoa powder on the side, you think it's gonna kind of be maybe a little chocolatey, but it's not. You get the slightest touch of like a grain in the smell, and it's a little roasted grain, but it's not an obvious, because a lot of other we've all had these stouts where you get that kind of aggressive, grain feel, and this one is more of a very subtle roasted grain, but it's definitely subtle. It's not something, if you were somebody who didn't have any background in these stouts, you'd almost say that it doesn't have any nose. I'm picking it up because I've done a lot of these. So it's roasted grain, and that's all I'm really getting. Otherwise, it's just that's it. Let me see if the taste is different. There's really no chocolate in the taste either. This is very interesting. Is everybody still there?
Yeah, I'm just playing around with it. I was just
Right.
presenting you
Okay.
while you were.
So what I'm getting is I'm getting almost maybe the mildest possible ever get in something. I mean, they're calling it a chocolate stout. It's almost like it's chocolate light, if you know what I mean. Like it's very understated chocolate. It's here, I guess. I can't say there's no chocolate, but it's very rated. And after you taste it, sometimes in beers you get the taste and it lingers. This one is just the opposite. It fades away. As Robert says, this one is very watery. And again, it's 5.4%. You probably wouldn't expect it to be substantial, but it's very watery as well. My early experience with this is not specifically good.
All righty.
I mean, I'll give you a number.
Right. We'll come back around. Yeah. All right. So we'll go to the New Holland Dragon's Milk Stout here. It's bourbon barrel aged, 11% alcohol by volume. It smells really good. You're getting the roast. So some dark chocolate notes, some toasty, bready notes. A little bit of the bourbon barrel presence is coming through on the aroma. It doesn't smell boozy, but I mean, it smells like a higher alcohol beer, if that makes sense, without being overly boozy. It's just you get the bourbon presence, you get all the richness on the aroma, but it smells really good. Dark chocolate, bourbon. It just smells, yeah, it smells like a winner. The head's pretty much died down, as you can see, but there's a little bit kind of sticking around, which is nice for an 11% beer. You don't usually get that. All right. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
John.
Cheers to Tyler in the chat. All right. So, yeah, very malt forward. You're getting the dark chocolate. I'm definitely getting the bourbon barrel presence. Some oak, some vanilla from that. It is pretty roasty in the middle. You're getting some darkly toasted bread notes in the middle of the sip. It's very smooth. It's not overly viscous, or a lot of stouts are very thick and heavy. This one, it has body to it, but it's not super heavy. You could drink this pretty quickly if you wanted to. It's deceiving in that manner because it doesn't taste like an 11%er. The body is light enough and the alcohol is masked well enough, even though you do get those nice bourbon notes, for this to be super smooth and easy drinking, which is very impressive for an 11% stout.
So basically, John, it basically tastes like a lower stout, but even though it's a heavier stout.
Well, it tastes probably more like a 7 or 8% than an 11. I mean, you can definitely tell that it's a little bit higher, but I would never guess 11. Wow. It is smooth, light, relatively light-bodied for a stout. I'm really enjoying it. I've always enjoyed the Dragon's Milk Stout. It's $13.99 for a 4-pack, which for this quality of beer, I think is an excellent price. You spend $14 to $20 on one big bottle of, a really high-end stout. I think this is up there in quality, but you get 4 of them for $13 or $14. So
I thought I've done that one before, but I don't see it in my notes. But I've had it. I like that. It's good stuff.
John, have you done the barrel aged version as well on your reviews? In other words, your individual reviews?
Yes, I've reviewed this individually on my channel at some point.
How about one in yeah, if I'm not.
Well, this one is bourbon barrel aged.
Okay, so this is the one. Is there a variant? Is there a Dragon's Milk variant that you've tried? In other
Yes,
words,
they have 4 or 5 different variants, but they're all based on this original one here. So they're all bourbon barrel aged, but you have a raspberry hibiscus one, you have a s'mores one, you have an orange chocolate one, a couple other ones. I can't get them all here, but I've had like 3 of them. I've had orange chocolate, the raspberry, and one other one. I can't remember.
John, they have raspberry dragon's milk.
They have a raspberry hibiscus dragon's milk one. Yeah, I've had that one. It's pretty good. But I think the original is probably my favorite, honestly.
That's the original you're drinking right now, right?
Yeah, this is the one. There's no added flavor or anything. This is just the straight up bourbon barrel aged stout.
Okay, so that's the original you're drinking right now. Okay.
Right. So yeah, I really like it. I'll come back around and give my rating here shortly. We've got Triple J 1872 in the chat. He says he likes the new format, less jumping around, and the audio seems better. That's great. Anything to up the quality of these streams is excellent. I hope they continue to allow this free version. I know you can pay for a membership and get more features. And this also is the beta version, so it will change a little bit when they release it officially. I mean, when they release the official version, but this is working pretty good, so I'm happy with it. Tyler Mansell says, I'm up. Good morning, everyone. Same with Eric. I bet he's okay. He's talking about last night, Drunken One, Eric, Brian from Thrash Metal. They all were up really late hanging out, and that could be why they're not here on Stout Sunday. They're sleeping in.
Recovery.
Right. All right, Craig Swenson, thanks for tuning in. He says hello. Hello to you, Craig. Thanks for stopping by Stout Sunday. All right, let's go back to. Oh, wait a second. We have got a surprise here. Let me add. We have got Jean-Pierre. What's up, man?
Hello. Good morning. Good morning, gentlemen. This is yes, first Stout Sunday. I've been to many other Stout Sundays, but I never had a stout. So today I am prepared.
All right.
What you got?
I have the Dragon's Milk Bourbon Barrel Aged Stout from New Holland Brewing.
All right.
11%
Guess what, John?
ABV.
I have got the same beer.
It takes a minute to get used to that camera, John.
Wow. Okay. Awesome. So I guess I'm ready. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead and pour it up and tell us a little bit about it. We've all described ours. We were just about to go back around and give a rating, so have at it.
All right. I'm pour my beer now. Yeah, I'm really digging this StreamYard. I mean, the camera. I mean, the sound and everything is going real good. So here's what my beer looks like. A nice little frothy top, up in the top. Definitely getting that booze immediately, being a bourbon barrel age. I've had, one barrel aged stout I had. Well, 2. The Abita, I think it was the Beta Bourbon Street barrel aged stout, and I also had the 1050 barrel aged stout. That was 12%. Yeah, so those are the 2. Get a hint of chocolate, smell of some coffee in this. Oh yeah, I'm liking this a lot. Oh yeah, it tastes real good. Go ahead, y'all keep talking, man. Let me save this beer more.
You guys go with it.
Nice.
Go ahead and yeah, tell us about it.
Nice flavor. Definitely hitting that booze really right off the bat. Man, it's like eating a piece of cake right now. So, or drinking, eating a piece of cake, but you're drinking one. So, man. I think I'm gonna go slow with this one, and try to savor this more. Man, this is really good. This is my first time having this. I've had as I mentioned, the other 2 beers I've mentioned, but Man, they did a bang up job with this one.
Did you get a 4-pack of that, John Henderson, or
No,
no?
no, this only got bottled. It was $2.59 at Rouse's when I got
Good
this.
deal.
Actually, that's a pretty good deal.
Yep.
It's $13-14 for the 4-pack. So if you
Which was
get
about
that
$10.50.
bottle,
Yeah, $10.50 is about the same price. You know.
It's about $3.50 to $4 a single around here.
You know. Coffee, chocolate notes in this. It's just a really, really good, I guess the description would be a Russian Imperial Stout, I guess, or I could be wrong.
no, I mean it's definitely with the alcohol and everything, but to me the Russian Imperial Stouts are a lot more bitter. This one is more malty and a little bit smoother, and more along the lines of what I like to drink. The Russian Imperials, they get pretty bitter. They're like 70, 80 IBUs a lot of times. Like the Old Rasputin is a perfect example. It's an excellent stout, but it's very, very bitter. They have a bourbon barrel aged version of it, which I really, really like. And Michael dropped off. What happened?
Man. Very creamy, as you said, malty, very creamy. It's quite good. I must say. Again, I'm usually a stout person about the time we get, into November and December. That's when I'm usually having these instead of this time of year. But I definitely could see me getting this as a late evening thing, late evening beverage, before I turn in for the night. So this is really good.
All right. Well, we'll let you listen on it and come back around and give us a rating here in a little bit. Hopefully, Michael will be able to hop back on. In the meantime, we will go back to Robert, and he can give us a rating on the Free State Oatmeal Stout.
Well, the saving grace is after it dwells in your mouth for a while, the finish, the long distance finish on this, it does develop a little bit of bitterness on the tongue, which actually helps. But it's hard to overcome that wateriness. So I'm going to give it an 85, just a B. It's not. I can't give it any higher than that. And I don't really think the being out of date had anything to do with it either. I don't see how that would have made it more watery. So as far as flavor profile goes, it's just a solid, basic stout. I mean,
Robert, how much is the alcohol though? Is it up
6.1%?
Oh.
You could almost session this. It's so watery. I mean, it has that sort of light beer feel to it. I mean, you could probably drink through. The Dragon's Milk. You drink one a day for me. I'm good with that.
Yes.
This one here, I could probably drink 3 or 4.
Yeah, but the Dragon's Milk is stronger than compared to what you're drinking.
Well, yeah, but the Dragon's Milk's heavier in the mouth, in the flavor, and in the body of the beer itself is much heavier for a stout. This is a very light-bodied stout. It's just not got a lot of heaviness to it. It's a lot of density. Anyway, I'm going to go with an 85. It's not bad. It's just not very. It's kind of a one-note thing, and that's about it.
All right. Well, let's see. Hopefully, Michael will be back on in a second. It looked like he tried to pop back up and then he disappeared, so I'm not really sure. He might be having technical difficulties. I'll give a rating for mine. So the Dragon's Milk Stout, I like it. I've always enjoyed it. I think the price is right. It's got enough of the bourbon character to really set it over the top for me, but it's not overly done. The alcohol is masked well. You get the dark chocolate. You get the roasty, toasty notes. The body's a little bit thinner, like I said earlier, which is not a bad thing for this. It makes it a little bit more easy drinking. I'm going to go with a 96 out of 100. It's getting up there. It's definitely a solid A and then a little bit extra. So 96 out of 100 for me for the Dragon's Milk Bourbon Barrel Aged Stout, which takes us back to Jean H. Pierre. What do you think for a rating for that thing?
I'm giving about the same score. This is a about 97, around that range. All those things you described. I'm letting it sit, kind of let it warm just a little bit, kind of give it a little bit more, I guess maybe a little bit more punch to it. I mean, then again, there's already enough punch, being 11%. Yeah, this is a very well made, barrel aged stout, and 97 is, I think that's a good enough score for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. Let's see. Craig Swinton also says that he likes this layout a lot better. Ronnie S. Yeah, they don't have. Apparently, they're working on trying to make it better for the phone, is what Jeremy Vincent says. But if you don't have a laptop or a desktop right now, I don't think it really works too well.
Yeah, I had difficulty yesterday when I logged on with you guys with my iPhone. I mean, it worked, but it looked odd.
But that's good that they're trying to fix the phone version too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I was just reading Craig Swenson's comment. I had a laptop, but I spilled beer on it.
Right. That's funny. All right. I guess we'll give Michael a few more minutes and see if he can get back on here. We haven't heard his rating yet.
John, I've noticed in the past week or two, I come on here, it's only 3 or 4 of us. It's not the usual panel that I normally would see.
It's summertime.
And all of us got stuff going on. Like I said, I ran a little bit late this morning coming in before I said, wait a minute, I got something I had to do. Shoot. And then ran back quickly back to the house, and then popped on with you guys. I said, yeah. So, stuff. We all got things going on and trying to get things organized.
You about to go out, John Henderson?
Last night I did. I was at carousing at a nice little hangout spot, and they were serving some shrimp, some corn and potatoes, and you've probably seen some pictures, John, on Facebook. Having a good time.
That's good. That's good, buddy.
I needed it. I needed that good time. I needed it. So it was well deserved, and I made it home in one piece. So
That's really good.
So, what would you say? There's a question I'm throwing out there, guys. Stouts, which ones that? How can I best say this? That you guys have as standbys in the refrigerator that you mind having, now and then,
I still got KBS. I went and bought another 4-pack of KBS while they're still for sale up here. Yeah. I have to admit that. So KBS stouts are good. I really enjoyed it, and for the price, I'm still getting them for around $18.99, $19.99, depending on which store I go to for the 4-pack. But
that's a pretty good price. It was I think $22 or $24.99 here for the 4-pack. So that's a really good deal.
So,
and this is funny. Maybe this is a little rant I'm going to go on, but when one time I bought the 1050, and and then my significant other at that time would say, you paying $14 for that beer? That ain't worth it. I said, you have to understand, beers like that, there's a certain, the way you treat them. It's like a good wine, a good stout. You have to pay for what you want, and don't get me wrong, it is high, but I felt for that price, man, it was worth that. The 1050. It was the 4-pack. I think it was the 12-ounce cans of that beer, and
there's the other one I keep on hand.
Samuel Smith, yeah, organic, I've had that one.
I always keep a bottle around. When I drink this, probably within the next couple of weeks, I'll go buy another bottle. I just always replace it.
Yeah.
I replaced this, and I replaced the organic apricot from Samuel Smith's. I love those two beers. I always try to keep a bottle on hand.
Oh, also, nice. I've had the Kalamazoo Stout from Bell's Brewery. I've had that one too as well.
I actually have that, but I should have put that in the fridge to drink today, but I didn't. That was stupid.
It's probably better warmed up, Alex, I'm sure.
So to answer your question, John, a standby for me, actually, this is one of them. I buy this often because it's year round, and I think the price point is pretty good for for what you get. Get a 4-pack, $13.99. So I buy this a lot. If I could get the KBS more, obviously I would do that. But the availability here is gone. It's done until they release it again at the end of this year. Or no, I guess next year because next February or March. But yeah, this is one. I do like the Guinness Foreign Extra Stout. That's their big hitter, the 7.5% one. That one's really, really good. I'll buy that one a lot. But I guess that's about it for me because those are all the other ones that I really like are seasonal releases. So I would buy them all year if I could, but their availability is not year round. So.
Oh, John Henderson Pierre, by the way, I actually have content if you want to subscribe to me again. You did subscribe to me earlier this year, but I have content now. It's not just zero content.
Okay, cool.
If you want to subscribe
and
to
you're
me.
on you're on YouTube, right?
Yeah, Alex the Beer Master. And I'm on Instagram as well as Alex the Beer Master too. If you want to subscribe to me that too.
Gotcha.
So Alex, since you're on here without a stout promoting your channel, you have to at least tell us what's your favorite, what's the best stout that you've had so far?
Well, as I said before, is that I like what's it called? I like the Autocraft, but I also like that other beer that's really dark. The one I told you about in New Jersey as well.
Narragansett Autocraft.
No, Narragansett is where Brandon is, but I'm just saying. The other one that's the New Jersey one, which was Carton Brewing. I really like that, but
you like that better than the KBS?
No. I have to get a KBS and actually do a what's it called? A
review. Yeah, but you did the KBS examination on Bumpy's channel with all of us. Yes,
I did. Or my channel. Was it my channel? Or no, it was Bumpy's channel. Yeah, because I don't think I had my channel yet then. I don't know. I think as of right now the Autocraft is better, but when it comes to the strong beer, I think KBS is better because it's very delicious.
So okay, so it sounds like maybe you just prefer the standard stouts over the imperial stuff.
Yeah, but I will always drink the higher ABV because I do love them as well.
Right.
Because I want to give every beer a chance. And I'll get KBS again.
Right.
If they have it, I'll get it again. It's very good. Very tasty. Like I said, I have to try all these stouts. I know I'm going to probably get a better stout than the Autocraft. No doubt about it because I have to try them all. And I bet you I'll probably get them better. Try them and probably eat, drink more of them, and they'll probably be better.
Alex, out there. What you like, buddy. It doesn't matter what it is. It's what you like.
Well, I know. I'm just saying I can't just stay with one stout. I have to try them all, regardless of strong beer or light beer. I have to try them all just to see what I like better.
Right. Yeah, Craig says his favorite stout is the Keystone Stout.
I never even heard of it. Probably don't even exist.
It doesn't exist, Alex. He's just joking around.
I had a feeling that would be the case.
All right. He also says, if Ron doesn't post a video early in the morning, my day doesn't feel right. Well, hopefully he'll start doing the Streamlabs thing. Or the StreamYard. I haven't seen him do anything yet with this platform. So, but anyway, I was trying to wait to see if Michael would join again to give us a rating on his stout, but I think he's having technical issues. I've sent him a couple of texts. So we might just have to go ahead and end it here.
Hey, John, is it possible that Ron is waiting for the new YouTube version of it? Even though this might possibly be the YouTube version?
I don't think he's waiting around for everybody. He's got stuff to do. He ain't postponing his videos for I think he'll figure out a way to do it, whether it's this or something else. I don't think it's going to slow him down.
Ron Ontario?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, he'll upload his videos on YouTube, like I've been uploading my videos on YouTube, but, in terms of doing a live thing, he'll figure it out. He'll join StreamYard, something. YouTube, I know YouTube has thing you can go live, link or upload, whatever on their thing. I saw it last night when I downloaded the other day when I downloaded Chrome. So I could StreamYard because it won't work on, as we know, it'll work on this on Chrome and Firefox and another operating system, but it won't work on Microsoft Edge or Internet Explorer.
Right.
So.
All righty. Well, I'll tell you what, folks. If Michael, I will talk to Michael later, and he will give me his rating. I will post it down in the description below, so you guys can all know what he thought of his stout. But we'll go ahead and wrap up the live stream here. Thanks to everyone in the chat. Thanks to Robert the Whiskey Scout, Alex the Beer Master, John H. Pierre. Another successful edition of Stout Sunday. Thanks all for joining. Thanks to Craig and Ron, yes, and Tyler and Jeremy and everybody in the chat. We appreciate it. We wouldn't be here without you guys. That's why we do this. So, all right, that'll do it for this edition of Stout Sunday, guys. Hope everyone is having a great day. And until next time, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.